What's going on, you guys? It's Perry the Entertainer back again for another video, and yes, we're going to be talking a little bit about tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw that took place on November the 17th, 2014. This is the go-home edition of Monday Night Raw, and, well, for a lot of people who watch this at bars, I'm sure they do want to go home and probably catch up on some sleep, because if you did not watch this episode, you really didn't miss a whole lot, except for who's going to be on what team at Survivor Series, but we'll dive all into that in just a few seconds. If you guys have not already, please go down there, hit the subscribe button, let me know that you care so I can keep putting these out, and so I know that you guys are going to watch them and love them, just like only the nation can. And leave your comments and everything down in the comment section below. What do you guys think about tonight's Raw? And yeah, let's start this little coverage here. We kicked off the show with the Authority coming out for the 800th time this month. How they start, they always start WWE shows. Usually it's the Authority starting, and this was nothing really special, just getting themselves over for the pay-per-view about how dangerous this team is. Getting over all the members one by one by one, and now Luke Harper is in Team Authority, so he's going to be in the 5-on-5 elimination tag match that will occur this Sunday at Survivor Series, which is free on the WWE Network if you sign up for free, or if you're paying like me and get completely fucked out of the subscription, I have to watch it somehow on some live stream site, unless somehow I can make a free account that I can close after the month is over, which I don't know. If you guys are having this problem, let me know. I'm paying for it, but they keep saying like I don't have a required subscription or something like that. I don't know. I'm probably gonna end up having to watch it, somehow on a stream site or something like that, or I just might stay to Twitter or something and listen to what you guys say about it. But basically they say they're going to break down Team Cena. They're going to decimate Team Cena, and granted, they've been saying that for the last couple weeks now, and it turns out decimating means I'm going to take you out for the week, so that next week you can make this big, illustrious return. And we actually started the night off, the first match of the night, which a Luke Harper versus Dolph Ziggler, and it was later announced after we came back from commercial that this was going to be for the Intercontinental Championship. And before the match even began, we had the Authority's cronies attacking Dolph Ziggler, and basically this was all a big setup so that Harper got the belt, and to no avail, Dolph Ziggler kicks out after a big boot by Luke Harper after the bell rings, and eventually Luke Harper just destroys Dolph Ziggler. Granted, it was a very good match, but towards the end, Luke Harper just destroyed him. He just destroyed him. Hit him with the clothesline, the discus clothesline that he's known for. He was known for in the Wyatt family, and your new Intercontinental Champion, Luke Harper. Luke Harper of the Wyatt family wins his first singles championship in WWE. First championship for the Wyatt family in WWE. And, yeah, what did you guys think about that? I thought that was a pretty nice, clever surprise that WWE kind of threw at us. Now the Authority has the United States Champion, Rusev, and the IC Championship. So they are, things are looking up for the Authority. It really it really shows how monstrous the heels are now. How overpowered, how OP the heels are right now in WWE. Because if you take a look at just the 5 heels that they got Seth Rollins, they got Mark Henry, they got Rusev, they got Luke Harper, and they have Kane. And these are 5 guys that have just taken WWE over. I mean, Luke Harper in the tag division with Eric Rowan, and we're going to get to that in just a few short minutes as well. Kane got a championship match right after WrestleMania against Daniel Bryan. Seth Rollins has just been public enemy number 1 lately when it comes to just wanting to kick the crap out of somebody. Rusev just won the United States Championship, and now Rusev is relevant in the main event now. And we'll get to Rusev in just a minute, too, because a certain thing happened that all male fans are definitely going to be hating for probably the rest of the night. And who the hell else am I missing? Like I said, Harper did. And Mark Henry, who just turned heel against his former best friend, The Big Show. I mean, granted, I don't really get how he's going to be teaming with Rusev considering this whole debacle with Rusev turned him heel in the first place, but we're not supposed to remember that, of course. But what do you guys think about Luke Harper winning the Intercontinental Championship? I thought it was a really nice twist to add to the storyline, and I'm curious to see what WWE has planned with Harper when it comes to long term. I mean, right now he's the IC champion. Does this legitimize the IC title even more, and then maybe bring Luke Harper into the main event after he loses it? You know, what do you guys think about that? We moved on to Adam Rose versus Tyson Kidd in a complete meaningless match. This is more build-up towards Adam Rose and the Bunny eventually facing off. I think they're fighting at Survivor Series or something. I don't know. Basically, this all ends in something very disturbing that I know if I mention it on here, I'm sure 90% of you guys are going to tune out, and I'm sure 100% of you guys are tuned out to this point anyway. But, after the match, the little fucker just went up to Adam Rose, and I guess Rose was going to attack him or something again. The Bunny saw this coming, and it looks like the Bunny's going to go for a German suplex, but that is sure as hell ain't no German suplex. I mean, maybe unless you're like Ivan Drago or some shit, and you can do it with your penis or something, but that was... What? The fucking Bunny just starts dry humping Adam Rose, and that's really not saying a whole lot because this guy is kind of wearing mascara. I'm sure he's going through some transgender problems already, so, you know, let's kind of keep that between the viewer, you, and, you know, the video maker, me. Let's kind of keep that under wraps, you know. We don't really know exactly what gender Adam Rose is at this point, but, let's kind of keep that between us. So, the White Sox... I don't know what they did. Trying to think of something. Oh, the Cavaliers lost to the Nuggets. It was 109-97 or something like that. Bravo to the Nuggets. We were talking about dry humping bunnies, right? Horny ass motherfuckers that I want to throw in a big pile of stew and just eat it later. Not like that, you disgusting weirdos. God. Off that topic, we come to Bray Wyatt, who cuts a promo on Dean Ambrose and how he's trying to save him and everything, and all more build up to their match at Survivor Series. And granted, I don't really like WWE kind of spoiling us by giving us this match so early. I feel that this could be a huge feud that could lead up to WrestleMania, but it really kind of bothers me exactly why they're feuding. I mean, yes, I understand that Dean Ambrose wants to get revenge on Bray Wyatt for costing him his match with Seth Rollins at Hell in a Cell a couple weeks ago. But why does Bray Wyatt want anything to do with Dean Ambrose? And I'm not really a big fan of them not saying their history that they had at Elimination Chamber just right before WrestleMania this year. I mean, granted, that really didn't have anything to do with why they're feuding right now. I think really the main reason why they're feuding now is to kind of give a backstory on Dean Ambrose, kind of add some character development so that people can start relating to Dean Ambrose and people can start actually cheering for him, but cheering for him for a certain way, like his father abandoned him, and I think apparently with the way Bray Wyatt said something about like his mother drowned in a puddle of her own agony or something like that. So I'm assuming that means suicide or something like that, or I don't know. Anyway, Dean Ambrose shows up on the Titantron and basically says Bray talking his nails on a chalkboard, and Bray Wyatt says, oh, by the magic of recording videos, like right now, you guys are watching this on YouTube right now, meaning at this very moment, I'm recording a video, but maybe by the time you're watching this, I'm sleeping, or I'm at the store, or I'm at a football game or something like that. Through the magic of recording television, and while Bray's watching this, Ambrose just kind of blindsides him and beats the crap out of him, and Ambrose basically says you have to worry about saving yourself. So more build-up going into their match at Survivor Series. This is 9 minutes in, holy shit. Alright, Larry Cable Guy is going to be a guest star on Monday Night Raw next week if you guys are actually interested. Ryback versus Cesaro, and this match was pretty good. Cesaro actually made Ryback look like $1 million in this match, and you don't really say that a whole lot about people like Ryback. I mean, granted, Chris Jericho tried and he kind of failed, but Cesaro, like I said, Cesaro made Ryback look like $1 million in this match, and despite losing, Cesaro still looked pretty strong. Cesaro still looked he still looked like he still has someone's behind him, obviously, because there's no reason that he would be getting all this TV time. And more importantly, if they were pushing Ryback as monstrous as they have been, there's no reason why they gave Cesaro and Ryback like 8, 9, 10 minutes. And like I said, that was a damn good match. A nice little sequence at the end with the neutralizer spot. That was pretty cool. And yeah, like I said, they just basically this entire match they made Ryback look like $1 million. It was pretty cool. Cena backstage promo, don't really talk about those. Rusev going out there, and basically she says how she's better than Kim Kardashian, and she has a topless photo of herself, and she wants to know if we all want to see that. And being the horny dogs, us, known as the male race, of course we want to see that. I mean, come on, we're men. We need this in our lives. We need this. But she decides to kill all of our boners, and it's Vladimir Putin on a horse. Topless. So it's like that Chelsea Handler picture that's on there. Yeah, I know, that's a thing. But after that, Heath Slater comes out there dressed like Uncle Sam, and Rusev Heath Slater goes probably like 16 seconds, and Rusev makes him humble, snaps him like a Kit Kat bar, and that's that. So that's your build up for Rusev. Rusev's supposed to be this big, dominant force going into Survivor Series as Team Authority, and he's beating up jobbers for a living. Okay. More Grumpy Cat shit. I mean, Grumpy Cat was the guest star on tonight's Raw, and the cat was more bored being there than we were watching it, let's be honest. Miz and Mizdow trying to make him, which you should be a little more respectful around the Miz and Damien Mizdow. You should be a little respectful. This is a movie star. This is the greatest movie star of our generation, okay? Who the fuck is The Rock? Oh, God. Stone Cold needs to get out of the damn way. Make way for the Miz, okay? God, these people are just so disrespectful. Big Show's out there. Stephanie basically goes out there and, Team Authority's on this big rampage. They want to get out. They want to get everyone out of Team Cena on Team Cena out of the way, and they did that with Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler curb stomped, and he was supposed to be out of it. And right here, they basically say she offers Big Show a spot in the Hall of Fame. Before he says anything, Sheamus goes out there, and Stephanie basically says, "Yeah, your visa's up or something like that." And there's no way you're going to make it to Survivor Series. Well, she decides to make a match between Sheamus and the Big Show, and the winner gets a WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, albeit when 800 other people are ahead of him, being Cena, Orton, Batista. Too many to count in this video, just saying. Anyway, Big Show just beats the shit out of him for a little while, and then basically at the end, Rusev and Mark Henry go out there, kick the crap out of Sheamus, put Sheamus through the announce table, and while he's doing that, Rusev's snapping Big Show in half in the middle of the ring. So both these guys are officially out of Team Cena. At least that's what we think to this point. But just keep making these guys just look so destructive. Team Authority's just basically made them monsters, and that's what WWE's trying to prove at this point. That Team Cena, there's no way that anybody on Team Cena can, what the hell is the word I'm thinking of? They can combine together and kind of, fight against the bigger force. Exhibition match, Nikki versus Brie Bella, and Brie comes out dressed as AJ Lee, comes out with her entrance and everything. AJ's watching from the sidelines, again on commentary, and I'm sorry, AJ's just, she's boring on commentary. In fact, I'm known on here for saying AJ's, I'm not going to say she's boring, she's good in the ring, but she's overrated by so many people. Maybe it's because of the people I'm following, but it's just so many people kiss her damn ass. I mean, granted, I want to kiss her ass too, but that's completely different story. That's in real life, but I mean figuratively. You guys kiss her ass and you call her a queen and all this shit. And it's like, maybe heel AJ, she was more entertaining, but now she's this bland face, and it's just, she's basically holding it, and they're basically making Nikki look like this, Jesus, heel Jesus coming in, with an ass and titties and everything, and she's coming in and gonna fucking do whatever the hell she wants to do to AJ at fucking Survivor Series. So, I think Nikki's winning the belt on Sunday, so that's what I think. WWE 2K15 for the PS4 and Xbox One comes out in about an hour from now, and I want you guys to let me know what you guys think about that video game down in the comment section below, and let me know if I should get it on PS4 and Xbox One, or should I get it on Xbox 360 or PS4? I know that's a stupid question, I know. Oh yeah, get it for PlayStation 4. Our graphics are better. We get this stuff, as opposed to Xbox 360. Just let me know. Just let me know so that I know which one to get come Christmas time. Big 8-man tag team match between the 4 teams that are going to be challenging for the tag team titles at Survivor Series, and I was not paying a whole lot of attention to this match. I think the heels won, and that's all you got to really know about that, other than the fact that there's going to be a tag team match for the tag team titles at Survivor Series, and I like that doing the Fatal 4-Way thing. It does feel like Survivors, you get what I mean. In fact, it actually reminds me of 2002 when I think it was Edge and Rey Mysterio, Chris Benoit, and I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to say that. The Rabid Wolverine and Kurt Angle, and then Los Guerreros, and I think there was another team, and I don't remember exactly what the other team was. Or maybe it was just 3, I don't remember. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. I'll remember after the video or something like that, but anyway, we have the ending segment with the Authorities' big contract signing as to who's actually going to be in the match for all the power and all this stuff. I don't know if it was Triple H at the beginning. Maybe he was supposed to read it like that. It seemed like he was forgetting his lines, but at the same time, towards the middle of him before he actually introduced Cena, it seemed like he was going to start breaking down and everything. And I like that. I like when you're physically involved in the storyline, you're emotionally involved in the storyline, because they don't really realize that, hey, if they lose, if Triple H, I mean, granted, maybe they did over-exaggerate it when Cena came out, and I'll talk about that in just a second. Triple H and Stephanie going out, and basically their jobs are on the line. If they lose, their power goes out the window. Granted, they don't really do a whole lot about it anyway. All they really do with their power is kind of protect Seth Rollins. So if Authority gets out of the way, they can get their hands on Seth Rollins, guilt-free. But they don't really realize that their jobs are on the line. Their on-screen roles are kind of on the line, and them running the company is on the line this Sunday. So I liked Triple H kind of showing some emotion before they introduced Cena. Eventually, Cena did come out, and Cena says the joke stops Sunday, but proceeds to make jokes outside the ring. The basic Cena comedy on the outside, talking about he's going to feed Triple H sexual chocolate, and how Luke Harper is from the swamp, and Triple H knows how that feels going down on Stephanie. I'm just going to be completely blunt with you guys. It is 10 o'clock at night, and I'm tired. I'm just going to be completely blunt with you. I'm not even going to try and joke around with it. Talking about swamps and shit and going down on Stephanie. What the hell else happened? Making fun of Rusev, which was can't really say anything about, because you haven't buried him yet, Cena. You haven't gone Umaga on him. So, Cena went out and picked fans out of the crowd and saying, I don't care if I don't have these 4 particular guys on my team. Or, yeah, it was 4. It was 4 at this. Yeah, I don't care if I don't have all these 4 particular ones. I'm just going to go out to the fans and pick 4 fans because they all have passion for the WWE and blah, 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 all this shit. And before he gets to make fun of Triple H, Stephanie slaps the shit out of him, and that's when Cena gets real. That's when comedy drops, all shit hits the fan, and Cena moves the table out of the way, get ready to go to work, and here comes Dolph Ziggler, and I was like, oh, shit. And here comes the Big Show, and it's like, oh, shit. And right before this, they got done saying that Sheamus just went to the hospital. He's not going to be in this big Survivor Series match. All of a sudden, here comes Eric fucking Rowan coming out of absolute nowhere, and I was not expecting that. Nobody was expecting that, and he stands by Team Cena. He stands right across from his former partner, Luke Harper, the new Intercontinental Champion, and it looks like that may be the role they're going with. Eric Rowan versus Luke Harper for the IC Championship, and I would never be opposed to that. I think that maybe WWE was just kind of dumbing Eric Rowan down to kind of make us not think that, WWE, he's the odd guy out, and, WWE doesn't really pay too much attention to him, and I did not see that tonight. And then after that, oh yeah, you need one more person. Here comes Cesaro. And everyone on Twitter starts freaking out because they're like, oh, Cesaro's going to get in this match, and more importantly, he's going to be against the Authority, and turns out he trolls the shit out of all of us. He joins Team Authority. I mean, granted, I think it's only 5-on-5, unless it is 6-on-6, but Cesaro just trolling the shit out of us. And of course, Ryback comes out, being the 5th member of Team Cena, and big brawl breaks out. John Cena FU's Triple H through the table, and Triple H and Ryback, before Triple H ended up going through the table, Triple H and Ryback teased a stare down. Maybe something for WrestleMania 31? Maybe. I'd be interested in that. Cena FU's Triple H through the table, and they end the show with all the baby faces standing tall finally, after, weeks of having, of getting the heels over as this dominant force. Now you got John Cena, Ryback, The Big Show, Eric Rowan, of all people, and Dolph Ziggler, of course. And that's gonna do it for tonight on Monday Night Raw. What did you guys think? Leave all your thoughts and everything down in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you guys thought about Raw tonight. And until next time, I am out. Perry the Entertainer signing out. Peace. Did you make it through the video? Did you sit through all 20 minutes of me talk about Monday Night Raw? Well, if you did, you guys deserve a grand old pat on the back, as well as all of those 20 minutes of your life back. And while you do that, make sure you guys check out all the other great videos on this channel. You guys can check out the 11-10 Raw review, where we broke down Ryback's position in this Authority storyline. You guys can check out the latest edition of #Spoilers, your favorite show on the interwebs. And of course, you guys can check out the Hell in a Cell 2014 review, where we broke down Dean Ambrose vs. Seth Rollins in Satan's Prison. And of course, you guys can subscribe to the show. It's completely free. Just like the WWE Network for the month of November. It's also like a prostitute on the corner. It gets me thinking. What other ways can you use $9.99? Sure as hell can use it without a commitment. Google, here I come.